Hello, and welcome to the Surface Hub IT Pro course. This is our first module, and in this module we're going to cover the Surface Hub 2S product, give you an overview of the narrative behind the product, the pillars that the product stands behind, and give you a little introduction to the technical capabilities of the product as well. So let's get right into it. One of the things that we've noticed as we transition from the original Surface Hub and even the Perceptive Pixel product that the product was first designed around is that collaboration is key. We don't just mean, say, Teams collaboration with voice and audio or being able to get together in a single space. What we mean now is that this collaboration and being able to have cloud-based collaboration where you can co-author, where the product may be in your room and there may be another device in another space, say on the other side of the world or the other side of a campus. How can you bring these people together and in order to create content and create better productivity around that? So where we see that, we see 50% of the work done today is accomplished through this type of collaboration. We also see that there's a rise in remote working. We say that 70% of professionals that work someplace other than their standard workplace throughout the week. And what they'll do is they'll either work from home or they'll work at a customer site or they'll work in a hotel. But what they want is they want consistent tools available to them so that when they get on there and they're able to get to a whiteboard that has collaboration through the cloud or co-authoring with their coworkers and have consistent audio and video based practices, that we see their ability to want to have the right tools in the right place. The other piece that we see is that there's this evolution in the workplace. We want to have empowered offices. And this is a description where we would say that workers can choose the office conditions that they work in. They want to be able to work in open environments like we see in this picture, where we have multiple people that are collaborating together or can step away to private workspaces, but we don't always have to have a four walls of a meeting room in order to get work done. And in order to team with other people, we don't need to be in a meeting space. We could actually be in an open working space. And now we want to bring tools like this, and that's the evolution of the Hub 2S into those spaces in order to get that work done. So with that, we want to introduce you to the Surface Hub 2S. The Surface Hub 2S is based on the idea that this is a product that can move from space to space. It can turn any workspace into a meeting space and be able to allow collaboration to be done into those types of environments. We do that by introducing a product that has a sleek, slim design. We also take the 50-inch device that we see here and introduce 4K capability to that, not only in the video resolution, but also on the camera. And then we also give you the ability to have Teams on the device as well as Skype for Business. And the power here is that we could also offer Skype for Business on premises because we do offer the same operating system that we used on the original Surface Hub. We call it Windows Team. And in this particular case, it allows you to either have the device on premises or it allows you to place the device into the cloud with Microsoft Teams. We also introduce a new brainstorming capability with the Microsoft Whiteboard. This is a persistent digital canvas that allows you to walk up and use the device or allows you to sign into your own Office 365 environment and pull in past whiteboards. But the real power would be is you can invite your coworkers to these whiteboards as well, so that through that whiteboard they can connect in through their other devices, whether that be Windows 10 devices, iOS devices, or even over the web, and soon to come Android devices as well. And that allows them all to collaborate in one single motion on this digital canvas. The other piece that we allow you to do is you have to think of the device as having kind of two forms. There's this walk up and use capability where it allows you to sign in to meetings with one touch. It allows you to launch whiteboards with a single tap of the button. It allows you to take your content from your own personal device and cast it via Miracast or a wired connection up to the device. But in order to open up the capabilities of the device even further, we enable single sign-on through Azure Active Directory in order to get to your content that's in the cloud. And through that, through being able to walk up to the device through applications like EasyAuth that take advantage of the Microsoft Authenticator app on your phone, it allows you to actually sign into this device without any passwords at all. So a passwordless login is something that, is the future. And here on a device like this, where you would never want to show somebody yourself typing in your password, you can actually accomplish that now through single sign-on onto this device with passwordless login using the Authenticator app and the backend structure of Azure Active Directory. And through that, that'll give you access to your OneDrive files as well as any other capability that you have, say, within Word documents, PowerPoint, Excel, other pieces along that line. The other cool thing about this device is its ability to have pen functionality and touch functionality. We take that great design from the original Perceptive Pixel product and how it transitioned into the Surface Hub product, and now this second generation of the Surface Hub. Best in class pen and touch capability. That's hands down. All you have to do is have a customer come up and actually interact with this device to understand the precision and the accuracy and the capability and the smooth interaction towards the device itself. And within there, we have fully integrated Windows 10 so that you can either run apps natively, store-based applications on the device, or you can actually have third-party applications, say, coming in through a connected experience from a secondary device over Miracast or that wired connection capability. The whole idea is to build a purpose-built operating system that allows for walk-up and use capability, easy access to your Office 365 environment, but the confidence of when you end the meeting, you walk away with confidence and you haven't left any of your content on the device and it wipes it clean for the next group of people to walk up and use it themselves. What we add with the Surface Hub 2S is the ability to actually experience a mobile cordless teamwork through the Steelcase Roam mobile stand that you see here, as well as the APC mobile charge battery unit that is available, and that will be coming out a little bit later after the launch of the product. That offers an amazing opportunity to detach the device from the wall, utilize wireless connectivity on the device, and freely move the device around. I think you can all remember that first time you had your first laptop given to you and the freedom that you felt that you had to be able to walk from office space to office space and not be tied to the PC computer that literally has 10 connections coming into the back of it and could never leave your desk. Here's a device that will give you that same exciting feeling of being able to detach it and move it from space to space, meeting room to meeting room, or workplace to workplace in order to work with your team in order to get work done. We're very excited to bring this product to you, and we hope that you have a great opportunity to present it to your customers. So let's take a look at the pillars that we have around this product. As we've evolved from a large wall-based and heavy stand-based technology that we had with the original Surface Hub, what we found is we want to introduce some new capabilities that allow us to turn any space into a teamwork space. We also want to be able to introduce this concept of being able to bring remote teams together and have it appear that as if you're really there in the room with the actual person by bringing bright, vibrant technology and screen from the other side of the world or the other side of the campus right into that space. And then finally, we want to have this idea of fluid team collaboration. How can we take away the barriers of technology and make it feel like you're truly there working with people no matter where they are across the globe or in your space with you? So let's dive in and take a look at each one. So we start with Teamwork Anywhere. This is the idea that we want to empower teams to collaborate whenever and wherever their ideas strike them. The Surface Hub 2S is thin and lightweight. It enables this mobility for us to move the device from space to space, but that also means it's a device that's easy to find and grab and start to use, whether you're a collection of people in one space, it's in a meeting room, it's in a huddle space, it's in a collection of where people work together in order to get their work done. It's a device that you can easily walk up to, but then also disconnect from the wall and enable this mobile, cordless, uninterrupted teamwork. The idea is that we want to turn any space into a teamwork space. So how do we do that? We do that by first making a much more light and mobile device. We team with Steelcase in order to build their stand technology that allows for easy movement of the device from space to space. We say that the device is 40% lighter than it had been in the previous configuration. We also want to enable essentially mobile, cordless, uninterrupted team collaboration. So we teamed with APC in order to make the Charge Mobile battery. And that allows us to actually disconnect the device from the wall and move it to another space and actually have a meeting take place during that uninterrupted time. The concept is we shouldn't just have to find another wall to plug the device into. We should actually be able to have the entire meeting take place in a time frame where the device is disconnected from the power and is actually using the battery that APC has worked to design us with. What you'll also notice is how well that battery from APC works into the Steelcase Roam mobile stand. It actually fits perfectly within that tray, and the tray enables the device to have kind of a seamless look that Microsoft, Steelcase, and APC have all worked together in order to build a beautiful solution here that allows you to freely move the device from space to space. The other thing we want to do is enhance any workspace with this sleek modern design, and we introduce this product with extremely thin bezels, and we also provide this best-in-class teamwork collaboration device through pen and touch enablement. Essentially, you can use the modality that you choose, whether that be keyboard, pen, touch, the capability of just being able to pick up the device and move it from space to space, but also interact with it as you would choose. The next piece is we want to bring remote teams together. We want to be seen, be heard, actively participate in group discussions. How often do you turn on the cameras within your own video teleconferencing? Well, this device will encourage that. Not only do you have this capability to have up to 4 people seen at the same time, but also have the ability to hear crisp, clear audio from one side to the other. It brings this beautiful resolution of 4K audio that allows you to either hold scheduled meetings either over Teams or Skype for Business, or do ad hoc meetings as well. So have this collaboration and design as if the people were actually in the room and space with you, and they have access to the common tools that you do. They don't need to be on a Surface Hub on the other end. Certainly it would be awesome if they were, but they could be on any device, from a Windows 10 device or any Teams supported device, even down to their Apple or Android phone that they would carry. So provides this beautiful capability to bring remote teams together. So let's talk about a few things that bring remote teams together. We'll start with camera, speaker, and microphone. 4K camera, 90-degree field of view, noise canceling far field microphones, as well as crystal clear speakers. And to dive in, a double click on the speakers, they're pretty cool. There's 2 speakers, one on each side at the top of the screen, built into the screen itself, Twitter and mid-range. And then in the back of the device, on what we call the bump, is an actual bass module that provides more vibrant capability, so that the voices you hear coming from the other side, very human, crisp, and clear. But what's also nice is if you were to play a music video or other content that has music and sound in it, it's very vibrant and brings a large sound to the entire room. What's also nice is there's an actual settings application called the Surface app, which you can hit to through the apps piece, that would allow you to actually change the device, whether it's on a stand and the sound capabilities, or if it's on the wall, and so that the device will actually change its sound characteristics, whether it's on the wall or a stand, as to how it plays. The other thing that's really beautiful about the device is its 4K resolution. So we've gone from essentially an HD resolution on our previous 55-inch Surface Hub to now this 4K plus screen resolution on this particular device. Best-in-class performance, very high resolution, obviously, very high light capability or brightness capability, and when you see it for yourself and you interact with the screen, you'll see what we're talking about. The other part that's nice is, say, in a video call where you have 1080p video coming through, now on a 4-view Teams view like this, you actually have, on a 4K screen, you have pure 1080p on every single one of these videos of the 4 windows that are on there to add up to that 4K resolution. So everybody looks exactly like they would on the other side, and you feel like you're actually interacting with the people as if they're in the room, but really they're on the other side of the world or campus or building. The last piece would be able to run both on-premises Skype for Business, or have Microsoft Teams in the cloud. So that ability to have both scheduled meetings and ad hoc, but also give you the flexibility of still many customers being on-prem, or how they advance to the cloud and start using Teams. So, the idea is this is a Teams-built device, with Teams being a first-class application on this device and a first-class experience that really helps to bring remote teams together. The final pillar is the idea of fluid team collaboration. And so what we really mean by that is that everything you need is at your fingertips in order to interact naturally with the Surface Hub 2, whether that be through pen, touch. You can attach a Bluetooth keyboard, you can attach other Bluetooth accessories onto the device to allow for other accessibility and other types of ways to interact with the device. But if you use the Microsoft Whiteboard, but in this particular case, you'll see this ability to kind of just keep that flow going. And what we really mean by that flow also is the ability to, in this particular picture, you see a Surface Pro sitting there. How do you take your content from your devices, whether that be a phone or a Surface Pro or another Windows 10 device, and freely share that content onto the screen and then be able to pull the pieces that you want off of there through Snip and other pieces, placing those into Whiteboard or placing those into Word, PowerPoint, Excel, or other documents that are supported on the device. The device supports a number of any store-based application that is out there. So whether those be PDF viewers and editors or other applications that allow for three-dimensional manipulation and viewing are available to you, and then always the ability to bring all of that content into snip views onto the whiteboard. And then what's really beautiful about the whiteboard also is its ability to log in and allow multiple people across the globe to all share that common surface space through collaboration as it takes place. So we really want to kind of remove those barriers, whether you walk up and use this device without any authentication, or you use the device from an Azure AD login capability in order to get to your Office 365 content. We want to give you that fluid capability in order to get there and to conduct the collaboration that makes the sense at the right time. And so again, how do we accomplish that? We accomplish that with the best-in-class Surface Hub pen and touch technology in order for you to either take your content and grab it through OneDrive by signing into the device or just projecting your content onto the device. We take that next level of brainstorming up to the device through the Microsoft Whiteboard and the digital canvas, and then allow you to also get to the third-party applications. Any store-based application that is tagged as a Surface Hub application will run beautifully on this device. So let's talk a little bit about the accessories. We introduced this new Surface Hub 2 pen. Some cool things about the pen is the pen actually will work on any Surface device. So you could actually walk up to a Surface Pro or laptop or Studio with this pen, and it'll actually work just perfectly on that device as if it's a native to that technology. What won't work is the current Surface pens, say for Studio or Pro, will not work on the Surface Hub 2S, but in the future products that we announce down the road will actually allow their pen to work on the Surface Hub 2S. So any future Surface product will allow penning on ink on the Surface Hub 2S, and this particular pen actually works on any Surface device. So that's kind of cool. The other interesting thing about this pen is it has a barrel tip that allows you to actually button that allows you to do, say, lasso or other feature functionalities that the application specifies. Essentially, the app has to specify what the button does, but for, say, the whiteboard, it provides lasso. And then the other nice thing is that the device, say, on the whiteboard, the tip, the flip side, acts as an eraser on a whiteboard and other applications as well. This pen does not charge like the previous Surface Hub device did. So it does not charge when you actually attach the pen to the device. It actually has a AAA battery in it. What's nice is the AAA battery does report over Bluetooth its power back to the Surface Hub, and there's an application called the Surface application that you can go into and see what the life of that battery is and if it needs to be changed any time in the near future. The battery is supposed to last for months at a time based on usage, of course, but it's a long-lasting battery and also uses a standard battery, AAA, in order to be able to replace it. This is a highly responsive touch and ink capability pen, and I think you'll find the weight and balance of it is very comfortable for use up against the device. The other thing that we introduced with this device is now a 4K camera. This camera has a wide-angled 90-degree view in port, and it provides great resolution over the connection through Teams or Skype for Business back to the folks on the other end of the call. What's interesting about this also is that it can connect into 3 different locations around the Surface Hub, on the top and on the sides. For the Surface Hub 2S, we recommend the best location is on the top of the device, but it can also attach onto the side of the device, and then you have to actually manually adjust the lens on the device, the camera, with a 2mm wrench, and you'll actually see the port on it in the back if you ever start to use the device and want to be able to move it. What's really nice about it is it actually has a knockoff capability where you could actually bump into it and it'll keep it attached to the Surface Hub. We'd recommend trialing that by just slowly pushing back on the camera, and you'll see how it will detach but stay connected. And it's just something you have to experience for yourself when you get your Surface Hub to actually utilize and test. Surface has a program called Design for Surface, and from that, for the Surface Hub 2S product, we worked with Steelcase as well as APC to bring the first generation of our Design for Surface accessories to market. The things to talk about here with the mobile stand is that this is a purpose-built stand that allows for mobility of the device and very easy free movement of the device. It's a very light stand, but also very secure. And the point being is we don't want to introduce trip hazards in the front of the stand as people walk in front of it, so that there's a design to it towards the angle and the legs and how far they actually stick out in front of the stand, so they don't provide a trip hazard. The other piece would be is that when the wheels are locked, we want to have a very tight, secure interaction, because this is a touch device, so people are going to be touching on it, pushing on it, and the device actually stays rock solid with these wheel locks that are available. So it kind of gives you the best of both worlds, the high mobility, but also the interaction with a very firm, steady design within this triangular easel type of environment. To skip all the way over to the other side, APC has a mobile charge battery, and that battery allows you to place the battery into the tray on the Steelcase Roam mobile stand. When you start to look at that, you see this beautiful design of what APC did with their Charge Mobile battery, as well as Steelcase in the integration, and then Microsoft with the Surface Hub 2S, and this perfect balance of the three of being able to have a highly mobile stand that you can take from room to room while the device is still on and be able to have great mobility within there. The final piece would be to talk about the wall mount. When we look at wall mount, we want to be as flush to the wall as possible, and you'll see that this particular wall mount is very thin in its design, but very sturdy in its design as well. And so what we really like about the idea here is that from the wall to the front of the display, it's less than 3 inches. That's an inch less than the 4-inch ADA standards that require, if the device sticks out any further than 4 inches, you have to actually recess the device into the wall. You don't have to do that with the Surface Hub here. You actually have 3 inches from wall to the front of the glass, and so you really meet within the standards of what ADA and other compliance and accessibility needs to be around the device. So you really see some ideas and purpose-built design that went into play here in order to activate this device and kind of bring these accessories to life. So when we're looking at the Surface Hub, we really call it ready for tomorrow. The interesting thing about this device is that every device is built to become a Surface Hub 2X product. And how will it do that? Well, it actually accomplishes that through this cartridge. We call this the processor cartridge, and you'll see that on the far right hand side there's a Phillips head screw that it can actually unscrew, and the cartridge will come down about halfway once you do that, and then you have to pull a little bit more friction to get the rest of the way out. What's in this cartridge? Well, there's a processor, there's memory, there's graphics card, there's the ability to have the entire computer essentially on the cartridge itself. So not only does that give us the ability to upgrade that as new technologies come out, but as we're looking to upgrade to the Hub 2X product, we can actually just pull this Hub 2S cartridge out and then slide a Hub 2X cartridge in order to light up the experiences of the Hub 2X in a new operating system, new processor, new graphics cards, new capabilities. Certainly you could stay with the Hub 2 Hub2S, and we'll continue to support that for quite some time. But for when you're looking to make that upgrade, if that's a path that you want to explore, or your partners and customers in this case want to explore, know that in the 2020 timeframe we'll be announcing more information and the roadmap and the release of the Hub2X, and so you'll be able to take this. The beauty here is that any customer that invests in the Hub2S is also investing in Hub2X and the ability to make these changes ready for tomorrow. So as we look at our entire product line, all the way from Surface Go through Pro, Laptop, Book, Studio, and now the beauty of the Hub2S, we see a complete product line that's available and ready and designed for the modern workplace. Consistent experiences of pen and touch, and all built for the enterprise and the business needs of today. We'll take a little minute here to explain some things in the appendix. So we have a technical specification. This is available online, but also obviously available in this course. We also have a technical FAQ, which dives in a little bit deeper, that you'll be able to access from their partner portal and get much more information around the particulars of each of these subsystems on the device. And then finally, we talk about technical specifications of what is the compatibility of the pen and interaction with other products that are out there. As you can see, the pen is actually compatible with almost every Surface product, going all the way back to Surface Pro 3 and Surface 3. So that's a pretty cool feature set. And as we talked about, it has the integration of the barrel button and tail eraser weight, and being able to charge it through a AAA battery, but also have Bluetooth 4.0 capability to update the device and also report back on changing things like pressure sensitivity through the Surface application, or being able to get more information about the battery life and other such things. And then finally, technical information around the camera, 4K camera, 90-degree field of view, and then just these different 30 frame per second imaging features and anti-flicker capabilities that are available. And again, you can move that camera to 3 different locations around the device itself. And finally, we have a review of the service offerings for the Surface Hub2S, from the standard worldwide hardware warranty to also the extended hardware service warranty that you get as an addition if customers pay for the extended warranty. So we want to thank you for taking part in this first module, and we hope that you enjoy the rest of the course.